from frosted paper, and this to me is a very sculptural way to do paper flowers. I don't like using cardstock, however, I know cardstock works great for large flowers. The reason why I don't use it for small flowers, I'll show you as I demo this. So just a few months ago, we actually came out with these little kits, and this is perfect for people who are starting out, because they're pre-cut. They're already pre-cut, and we have a video for each one. I think we have 12 of them now. This size and a bigger one. The leaves are in there and everything. So this is just a really great way for people to start out if they want to give it a try and not have to work too hard. But again, we have all kinds of SVG cut files.
What did you start with? You said you watercolored paper.
So I would take printer paper and run it. So actually, how it started was I made a runway show of paper dresses for Xerox. I used to work for Xerox, so I printed all the paper, like prints, on Xerox paper, and then I made dresses, couture dresses. So that was kind of how I started this paper flower journey, with the dresses. Yeah, so I kind of continued. Then a couple years ago, I was approached by a company from Germany that had just been purchased by an American company. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Sort of. I know. I mean, what's the woman who just got busted for her fake? You know how she deepened her voice? That woman. The Elizabeth woman. She had a company in California that you could prick your finger. There's all the documentation. Yeah. And she deepened her voice. Okay, so. So they approached me and asked me if I would be the brand of the crepe paper in the U.S. because they hadn't launched it into the craft market yet. So I now have, 3 different types of crepe paper, and I don't know how many SKUs. We sell them in packs. And I wrote this book, and this book shows how to use all the different crepe papers to make gorgeous crepe paper flowers. So even though we do a lot of crepe paper flowers, I have to say this is still kind of my first love. I do love this. So I'm going to show you how to make one of these. So this is a camellia, and I might need some help popping some stuff out. I should have done this ahead of time. All right. I'll give some to you. I can't remember. I'm going to have to remember by heart here. So let's see. So there's 6 flowers.
I've never made the flowers, and I always want to do.
Oh, paper's so sparkly. I know, it's really sparkly and yummy.
She has a whole website. There's more than flowers to do.
So what's the approximate weight of this?
So the weight of it, I don't think we have the weight. I don't remember. We call it text weight. So it's just not cardstock. So you guys have 2, right?
Text weight is printer paper. Text weight is printer paper. Same as printer paper.
Okay.
My dad looks at it.
Are we up?
Yeah, I know. I'm not doing very well here. I should have had this prepped.
If
Sorry.
you give it to me, I'll pop them out for you.
Oh. Okay, 1. You guys did 2. I'm trying to make sure they're all the same. You'd think I'd know this by now, because I did every single video. All right, we'll just make it up. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So. Yeah. Let me pass them around. So you can take a look.
There you go.
Sparkly.
Where's that?
Yeah, you can pop them real quick.
You do them all together.
All right, so one of the things that, the reason why I like frosted paper or this lighter weight paper, I like frosted paper because when you curl it, the frost on the paper gives it a dimension, kind of like your kind of glittery vinyls, how when you turn and it changes, you can see different colors. Same thing with frosted paper. And this is a little tool that Fiskars made for me. You can use a scraper tool from the CRICUT machine. That works too. This is kind of what we knocked off. But anyway, so what you do to get the curl and to get the shape is I just run my finger. I have my thumb on the back, and I just run my finger like a ribbon. Yes, and I curl paper. And this is kind of the technique that is sort of unique. I started doing this. I hadn't seen anyone else do this, so I can't take credit, but I don't know that I can't take credit. I don't know. Anyway, so I curled it once, but to really get the shape of the petal, I'll curl it another direction. like this, and then I'll go back, I'll curl it the other direction. And to me, this is what really makes the flowers come to life, is giving it that shape. And when you curl it 3 or 4 different directions, you get some interesting dimension. So I'll do the same with these smaller petals. And it's kind of okay. You don't want every single petal to be uniform. You kind of want it to be a little bit messy because that's real life. That's what flowers really look like. So I'm going to do this way. All right. So there's that. And okay, and then I have another piece here, and I'm gonna start with this piece and start building out the flower. So generally in my videos, I just use a wire. I don't have a ball on my wire in my videos, but to make it easier today, I put a ball on the end, and this is actually a cotton spun ball from Germany. We're actually selling these in our shop as well, just because I'm trying to do a no foam. I try to avoid foam at all costs in my office. So we're trying to be eco-friendly. So I'm just going to pop that on, and then I'm going to glue this around to make the center of my camellia. And I generally use a low temperature hot glue gun just because I don't like to burn my fingers. But this one is low temp. But actually this paper works better with high temp. We'll see if this works.
So the high temp won't hurt the paper if you have a high temp? Or?
No, on this paper I use high temp because of the gloss on it. It really
What
needs the
happens
high
if you
temp.
get sometimes hot glue and it'll smush out the sides? It'll rip the paper that way, or?
You just try
Don't
not to
that.
do it again.
Okay.
You know? All right, so I'm just kind of popping this glue around and making this center ball of my camellia. And look at that, I did get some glue. You can kind of rub it off. That's the nice thing about the low temp is you can use your fingers and it doesn't really hurt you. Okay. I started with a little tiny one, and then I'm making this up because no, this is a really easy flower, but I'm not watching my video, and I have so many flowers out there I forget. So then I'm adding the next one, and they each have 6 petals, and I'll just slide that right up there. Then I'm going to do 3 of these. Is there another one like this? Okay, so I have this one, yeah. So I'll do 3 of this shape. Does anyone want to try? Yeah, anyone? All right. I'll finish up one, and then I'll have one you guys can come and play when we're done.
With your chest.
Yeah. I have a lot of YouTube videos. So
Girl, I'm fangirling too. It's not just you.
So go ahead and slide the next one on. And the wire that I like to use is actually a paper covered wire. I prefer that over just a wire or a fabric covered wire because everything just sticks better. So I'll slide that on.
You could slightly offset.
And you want to offset it. Yep. Let's do it again. I'm actually really fast at this. If you're a beginner at this, you don't have to go quite as fast. I've had a lot of practice. And you can tear the paper, so you want to be a little bit gentle. Okay, slide that one off. I mean, this is how simple it is. Some of the flowers that I've made are more complicated, and the petals aren't put together in one. You have to actually add petals at one at a time. Crepe paper and make it work, because your grain will be going one way, and then your petals will not shape. Right. So that's why these are actually a little bit easier. All right, there's 3, and then I'm going to start this next, and this one's a little bit bigger.
Leah, what type of paper did you say this is again?
So I call it frosted paper. It's also called pearl paper. This is similar to what CRICUT was selling, their pearl paper, which they took my idea. They did. Anyway, yeah, no, it's all right, whatever. They're not selling it. But, so it's like a pearl paper, but it's a text weight, not a cardstock. And the place that we're actually coming up with our own 12 by 12 sheets of this paper, we have like 20 colors in it, and they're beautiful colors. But at the meantime, you can go to paperpapers.com, and they have 8.5 by 11 sheets of it.
Okay.
And It's paperpapers.com. Hard to remember. Paperpapers.com. I have links on my site.
So what is the weight of that paper?
You know, I don't know.
Probably
Like
like
copy paper.
40.
Here,
It's
what,
thin.
throw her a little scrap of it. Yeah,
It's pretty thin stuff.
yeah. So anything on paper papers that says text weight, that will work, and they have a lot of different colors. So you just keep layering your petals. You just keep layering them in, and that's how easy it is. But I think that the biggest trick that I wanted to share with you guys when you're making your paper flowers from a softer, lighter weight paper is just to get that curl, to get that shape, because that's going to make it really come to life, like this. And then, let's see, we have a leaf in there somewhere. I think I sent it off. Can someone send me a leaf down that way? Who has the book? I just need a leaf. You didn't have I also have little buds as well. And then another thing for the back of the flowers, for the buds I have these little green sepals that wrap around the bud, but then for the back of the flower itself I just have these. And I probably didn't put all the layers on, but you know, I just wanted to give you a demo, and then you guys can come play with this if you want to.
And Leah, where can people purchase your kits?
So my kits, they're on Amazon, and they're on shopleahgriffith.com right now. I think that there's a few other retailers. They're brand new, so I'm not quite sure who picked them up yet. We're you know, we don't take care of that part of the business. And then there's leaves as well, and I generally will glue those on a separate stem. So if anyone wants to come up and try one, yeah.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you, Leah.